थैंक यू डॉक्टर यासर फॉर योर इंसाइट्स। ये जो रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट ना सिर्फ आप के लिए जो है वो फुलब्राइट के लिए ज़रूरी होते हैं, बल्कि ये बाकी तमाम स्कॉलरशिप्स के लिए भी बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंस होती है इनकी, कि जो आप रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव लिखते हैं और साथ पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट लिखते हैं। और एक और बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट पिलर होता है आपकी फुलब्राइट एप्लीकेशन का, वो होता है कि आप सीवी कैसे प्रिपेयर करते हैं। आपकी जो है ना सीवी आपके तमाम कैरियर को प्रेज़ेंट कर रही होती है आपके पीयर्स को, और ये सीवी ना सिर्फ आपके फुलब्राइट के लिए हेल्पफुल होगी, ये आपके लिए एक अच्छी सीवी आपके लिए बाकी तमाम स्कॉलरशिप के लिए भी हेल्पफुल होगी। और इसके अलावा अगर कहीं पे भी आपने जॉब के लिए अप्लाई करना है, तो उसके लिए भी आपको सीवी रिक्वायर होती है। आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट डॉक्टर सजदा अनम हादी, जिन्होंने डीवीएम किया एरट यूनिवर्सिटी से, और उनको ये एजाज़ हासिल है कि वो पाकिस्तान की फर्स्ट फीमेल वेटनेरियन है जिनको फुलब्राइट दिया गया। प्लीज सजदा अनम हादी।
Thank you so much for the introduction. मैं बात करूँगी आपके सीवी की डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर और we'll just go straight into it. So what really is a CV? First of all, we'll touch upon a couple of ideas of what a CV is, why you need a CV, and how can you construct a good CV. So the reason what a CV is that it highlights your professional as well as academic history. So आपको अपनी CV ऐसी बनानी है जो कि आपके प्रोफेशन को हाईलाइट करे, आपके एकेडमिक एक्सपीरियंस को हाईलाइट करे टुवर्ड्स द अल्टीमेट गोल जिसके अंदर आप चाह रहे हैं. We all do multiple different types of jobs, but we have to stay focused when we are making a CV for ग्रेजुएट स्कूल एप्लीकेशन. सिर्फ उन चीज़ों को हाईलाइट करेंगे जो कि ज़रूरी हैं. The reason being is that this is the very first and direct form of communication that you will have with the graduate school or your future PhD or master's advisor. So you need to make sure that your CV is such that it impresses your future employer. And this goes the same for whether you're applying for a job or to a university. The CV is the first criteria where you get sort of like you know strained कि कौन से लोग हैं जो कि आपके पहले फिल्टर के अंदर पास करेंगे. CV determines that. So how do you make a good CV? For the purpose of this seminar, we will just focus on the curated version of a CV that you make yourself, and it could either be for a job purpose or when you're applying for a graduate school, as I mentioned earlier. जो जॉब की सीवी होती है वो थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट होती है एज कम्पेयर टू अ ग्रेजुएट स्कूल. तो हम आई ट्राई कि मैं दोनों चीज़ों को साथ साथ जगल कर सकूं. Another point is कि at this stage हम सब प्रोफेशनल लेवल के ऊपर हैं. मैं आप लोगों को सजेस्ट करूंगी कि आप सबका अपना लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल होना चाहिए. नॉट दैट इट इज़ अ रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर फुलब्राइट, नॉट एट ऑल, लेकिन इस प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर होने से आपको जो है दुनिया में और क्या क्या लोग किस किस प्रोफेशन में काम कर रहे हैं आपको जानने का मौका मिलता है. एंड देन यू कैन गेट कनेक्टेड विद दोस पीपल एज वेल. सो इट्स अ वेरी गुड प्लेटफॉर्म एंड इट हेल्प्स यू get an idea as to how to interact very professionally with people around the world. So for the sake of graduate school, there are a couple of things that really matter a lot when it comes to a CV. First and foremost is the formatting of the CV. Might seem a very small thing कि हम इसको ज़्यादा notice भी ना करें, but believe me, when I get CVs जो कि properly formatted नहीं है, I cannot read them. मुझे वो इतना distract करती हैं. The writing style has to be appropriate, the English grammar has to be appropriate, just like the basics, the margins have to be right. Make sure when you're working on a CV, and I will describe what exact formatting is required for a Fulbright CV, but make sure that your CV is that your formatting is top notch. And then of course your academic and professional background, make sure that you only write things that are relevant for your field. Do not include each and every job or professional experience that you've had in your career, because that becomes very distracting. The third aspect of a good CV is having a good command over English language. And as Yasser said earlier, कि complicated grammar use करने से या बहुत ही complicated अल्फाज use करने से कोई ख़ास अच्छा impression नहीं पड़ता है. ज़रूरी है कि आप जो है एक sort of simple but effective way के अंदर आप English language लिखें और ज़्यादा complicate ना करें चीज़ों को. Also, when you're writing a CV, this is the part where you have to give very concrete and very concise details of your work. Because जो आपकी application के दूसरे हिस्से हैं, उसके अंदर आप अपनी details दे देंगे, जैसे कि आपकी personal statement है या जो आपका study objective है, you will be giving a lot of explanations over there. But it's best if आप CV बना रहे हैं, then you stay very concise and very precise. And all of these things matter a lot. So I know at this stage you guys are really bored, but just stay with me. When it comes to formatting, you're allowed up to 6 pages of CV, but the winning CVs are the ones that stick with just 1 page of CV or maximum 2. तो बेहतर है कि आप उसको concise ही रखें. Also, जब आप focused होंगे on your final career goal, it will help you eliminate those different job experiences or other academic experiences that are not particularly related to how you want to see yourself developing professionally. Single spaced होनी चाहिए है आपका जो writing हो CV के ऊपर. Writing जो size है, it should be 12 or more than that. 1 inch margins हो. And then headers or bullets का आपने इस्तेमाल करना है to organize all of your information. Page numbers are good if you have more than 1 pages for your CV. Also, they require you to upload the Adobe PDF version of your CV. लेकिन अगर वो possible नहीं है, then Word is also acceptable. But preferred is कि Adobe PDF आप use करें. Okay, moving on. So जब आप CV बनाते हैं, आपने formatting आपने पहले decide कर ली कि ये आपकी formatting होनी है. Then comes the actual writing of the CV, and you basically distribute the writing in different sections. So one major difference between a CV when you're applying for a graduate school as compared to a resume that you apply for a job is where you write your personal information. Now for Fulbright's application, you don't really need that because they already have all of those details in your application. Over here, you can skip that part, the personal information keys space, and you can use that space in a better way. So it is suggested that you start off with your education. जब आप एजुकेशन की बात करते हैं तो सबसे पहले आप अपना डिग्री का टाइटल लिखेंगे and work in chronological order with the most recent being first. Write the name of the institute, write any honors that you were able to win, and the year of completion. Here is an example of a CV where you can see, I don't know if you guys can see my pointer. Okay, so as you can see over here that they highlighted and bolded, not highlighted, sorry, bolded the degree title and the year of completion. This helps the reader to immediately see कि आपका education का level है क्या. So it's a good way of writing it. Another way of writing it is in a single line format where you write the degree name, the university where you got it from, and the year of completion. Another way that I personally prefer is somewhat similar to this style, where you have the name of the degree, the title, the university name, year of completion, but that you sort of create like a tabulated format, जो कि पढ़ने में ज़रा आसान रहता है. Having said this, we're going to move on to the next very important section of the CV, which is the work experience. Now, if you're applying for a PhD, you would have your master's experience over here, or any other research project that you might have done in your undergrad. Usually, you can use the STAR method of writing the work experience over here. And I have an example of a winning CV which is available on Brightlink as well. And I've given references at the very end of the slide. So over here, what you basically need to do is that you, first of all, follow the STAR format, the situation, task, action, and results format. आप लिखते हैं कि आपकी situation क्या थी, like where were you situated, job क्या थी, आपका title क्या था, what was the task that was given to you. So like over here, you can see that the business strategy and marketing commercial division. And then आपने action क्या लिया, you directed planning activities. And then you very specifically say in terms of what the results are, 95 advertising campaigns that generated 2 billion in profits. Now, ये CV आपका work experience आपका क्या बता रहा है? It is being concise, it is being specific, and it's highlighting what you did. And that is the most important thing when it comes in a CV. So you can write it like this. Moving on, research experience. Now, usually when you're applying for other grad schools, irrespective of Fulbright, you usually write your research aim. So you have like a paragraph जहाँ पे आप अपना explain करते हैं कि आपका interest क्या है, you know, in about 4 or 5 lines कि आपका interest क्या रहा है और आपका future goal क्या है. But for the sake of Fulbright, you don't really need that. What you do need is the research experience. For example, you need to write the title of your job or your research experience, like were you a research assistant, which department were you in, the year during which you did that work, and exactly what you did. So that helps the recruiters see it even further कि आप किधर stand कर रहे हैं. Here's another example of research experience where you can see the name of the program, university's name, the time during which the person did this research work, and then they also mention the name of your advisor, which is interesting. You can or cannot add it, that's up to you. It's completely up to you. There's no hard and fast rule over here, but it would be nice to see that. Also, you see that this person mentioned the publication that they did right over here. Now, this is a smart way to doing things because that saves you another section where you might have to write like a different sort of section regarding your research publications. So if you want to do this like this, it's totally fine. If not, you can create a next section as well. Moving on from now, I'm just going to say the different things that are also included without giving examples for each, because the examples are following a pretty similar format. So add the honors that you might have had during the career, during your academic career or your professional career, any awards that you might have won, publications, agar aap master student ho, do add them. Undergrad students ke bhi kuch publications hoti hain. It is excellent to add that. Conference mein aapne present kiya hai, for sure, do add that. And most importantly for Fulbright is the community work or the volunteer work that you do in your country. Now, what it shows is that not only you're interested in developing yourself professionally and enhancing your knowledge, but you're also a dedicated and a responsible citizen of your country. And you are actively working towards improving the life of people around you. So this aspect of your CV is, I think, very unique. It sets you apart because aapne jo hai US mein bhi aake, you're expected to work, sort of get involved in the community work. It's not a hard and fast route, but you're expected to do that. So this is almost always a very good thing to have. At the end, I would just like to say that once you have made your CV, edit it. And please update it. Update it on a biannual manner or on an annual manner. That way, you will not forget the things that you have done in the entire year. And that really helps you stay focused. And just remember the 3 C's. Have your CV be clean, clear, and very concise. That will help you give a very good first impression and would help you pass the initial couple of filters. Here are the references, and I will mute myself, and thank you so much for this opportunity to share my experience.